Hi, Avishai L here, certified raw food educator and holistic health coach, helping women get rid of their stress, get their energy back, and drop the pounds through nutrition and lifestyle changes without sacrificing their food favorites and authenticity, because that's very, very important. So, this is one of my favorite topics to talk about, which is dropping the pounds, weight loss. And I want to share with you my 3 specific tips on how you can do that yourself. I started off by losing, the first 5, and it ended up being a 46-pound weight loss, losing a specific step by step method. And I want to show you that exact method. Also, stay till the end because you're going to get my quick as fuck candy apple recipe. It only has 2 ingredients. And at any point, drop me a line below if you want my free video training, which has way more detail as to how you can lose weight, how you can push through plateaus. It's a wonderful training, and it's not that long. Very fun, very insightful. This is a training that I did, and a lot of people took insightful, helpful tips away from it. So I want you to also have access to that training. So at any point, drop me a line below if you want that training, okay? So how did I even get into nutrition and discover, weight loss? Well, I noticed my mom had struggled with weight. She was actually 360 pounds, I want to say. And she lost, before I knew about nutrition, I'm thinking, oh, the only way you can lose weight is through lap band, gastric bypass. Like, where's Dr. Now, right? From my 600-pound weight loss. My grandmother loved that show. I miss her so much. But anyway, she lost it naturally from listening to holistic doctors, and she didn't eat healthy at all, beforehand, but I saw her lose 200 pounds. And at the time, I think I was around 168 pounds, and it took me forever to lose 168 pounds. And if you know my background, I had endometriosis and was on various medications for hormones. And one of the birth control pills, Yaz, actually put weight on me, and it made me gain like 42 pounds. So it wasn't until or 46 pounds. It wasn't until 2010, 2011. Hi, Ma. I was just talking about you, by the way. You lost 200 pounds. She's a health coach too. She'll probably be on one of these lives. She's a wealth of knowledge. So it wasn't until 2010 that I actually wanted to do something about it. And I had turned to eating restrictive diets. And I did. I lost 6 pounds, but I lost my sanity as well. I I was jittery all the time. I was hungry as fuck all the time. I just was not good mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. Physically, I was losing weight, but I was also breaking my body down. Why? Because the food that I was actually eating was void, like I was saying yesterday, was void of the essential vitamins and minerals that actually sustains weight loss and keeps the weight off of you. So I was eating things like goldfish. I mean, it tastes like cheese, but what are the ingredients that make it that way? There's artificial coloring, and there's, genetically modified foods, and there's, milk enzymes and all this shit that it's not food, basically. So I was eating goldfish. I had 1 piece of chocolate. Every 2 hours I would have a piece of fish, and then it would have instead of breadcrumbs, it would have cereal crust, the little frosted flakes. So I would crunch those up and make a crust with it. I'm like, oh, the fish is baked, therefore it's healthy. No, it wasn't healthy. And then I would have boiled eggs instead of scrambled eggs. This was my diet: piece of fish, 2 eggs, some goldfish, and a piece of chocolate. I was hungry all of the time. Why? Because my body was actually starving for those nutrients and I wasn't paying attention to any nutrition facts, on the back of the box, or I wasn't paying attention to the produce section, where you get all your vitamins and minerals. So my body was hungry all the time. It wasn't getting what it needed. And this, I want to stress this to you that when the body doesn't get what it needs, it's going to start screaming for nutrients. And if it keeps screaming for that, you're putting yourself at risk for anemia. Okay. Which is what actually happened to me. So fast forward a little bit. My mom was watching a documentary and she was eating manicotti. I had ordered, I want to say 2 large things of fries. I ate a lot. Ask anybody. Ask anybody. When I go out to eat, I eat. I'm not one of those, no, I'm okay. I'm not going to eat it. I'm just going to save it for when I come home. Nope, I'm eating it. I ate like 3 plates, when I was out with one of my friends one time. They'll tell you. Anyway, so I had calamari, I had fish, I had all of this stuff, tartar sauce, ketchup, 2 big things of French fries. And then she watched this documentary, or this broadcast about people losing weight through nutrition. And I was like, oh, this is what I was looking for. I ended up losing 10 pounds a week, but I was losing 10 pounds a week eating like big, big bowls of salad, big, big bowls of steamed veggies, plant-based foods. He said you could have chocolate cake. I was like, I'm in, so you can make these things with plant-based ingredients. So, and then years later, I actually ended up gaining, the weight back because I was dealing with some food addiction stuff and other things like that. So when I gained all the way back, I got down all the way down to like, I was 11 pounds, 11 ounces. I get it from you. You birthed me. So anyway, you made me lose my train of thought. So I got down to 125 and I maintained that. But then because I restricted that diet that should have been freer, for whatever reason, I started restricting it. I got tired of it. I adopted like the 80-10-10 diet. So I started eating lots of fruits. Even though they tell you eat berries, I was like, nah, they said fruit. So I'm going to eat. I was eating like 10 bananas a day. I ate 60 dates per day. And it ended up giving me a food addiction. So I actually remember being on the bike at one of the cycling places that I would frequent. I was crazy. I would go to boot camp and then 30 minutes after, not even go straight to cycling. I go to boot camp 6 days a week, spin or cycling 5 days a week. And what I noticed eating that horrific diet and having a horrible food addiction, I noticed I was really dizzy on the bike. And I realized I was on the bike, but my vision, I was seeing the floor. So imagine me sitting here. I could see straight ahead. The floor is beneath me. When I was on the bike at that cycling place, the floor was like right here. I said, something's not right because the floor is supposed to be down there, right? It's not supposed to be in my face. So it took me some months to actually, yeah, that was scary, wasn't it? It took me some months to actually go and get, my blood test done, which showed that the blood test showed pre-diabetic, but I had symptoms of diabetes and I had a history of diabetic symptoms. It also showed that I had liver damage, really bad liver damage. And then, another year came by. I was anemic, then my body was breaking down. Like all of this stuff was happening due to food addiction, due to all that medication from endometriosis. All these years of just toxic shit in my body just took a toll. And that's what I want to say to you. When your body is fed all these toxic things, it stores it, like I've been saying. And so I maintained like 168. I didn't know how to get that off of me at all at the time because I wasn't, I didn't know that much nutritional knowledge. So I was like, I don't know. So it took me about a good 3 years until I discovered a specific formula and a method which ended up taking me less than 3 months. I was like, why didn't I do this before? So that's what I want to share with you today, how you can fast forward, not take 3 years like I did to lose 46 pounds. I want you to take at least 3 months to lose those 30 pounds that you want to lose. Okay. My first tip is to set those micro goals. Don't focus on, oh, I have to lose 30. Because if you focus on you have to lose 30 pounds, then you're going to self sabotage. I've done it several times. I was like, oh, I have to lose 30 pounds. I'm not going to be able to do that because I've been overweight for this long. So what did I do? I ate stuff that would make me gain more weight. You see how the brain is minds are very fragile in that sense. So it took me a while, but I backed it up with some more nutritional knowledge. I said, oh, okay. See, what was happening was the reason why I was self-sabotaging is because my problem wasn't that I couldn't lose weight. That was not my issue. My issue was I thought I had to give up what I was eating, and I wanted to enjoy my food, and the diet that I was on, I wasn't enjoying my meals. So I ended up self-sabotaging, binge eating, developing a food addiction because I thought, oh, eating healthy meant salads, steamed veggies. You can't have cake. You can't have donuts. You can't have any of that shit. So that's what held me back. I kept self-sabotaging until I realized, oh, okay, as long as I'm eating plant-based, nutrient-dense, I said nutrient-dense. Yesterday I said anxious. As long as I keep eating nutrient-dense, plant-based foods and I'm giving my body what it needs to digest, which will bring me to my next point, I can lose the weight. So that's what I started doing. I stopped saying you can't have donuts. I said you're going to have them. You're just going to make them healthier. I stopped saying you can't have fruit and nut bars. I said yes, the fuck you are, and you're going to make them healthier. I stopped saying I can't have cake. I stopped saying I stopped saying I can't. And I started saying I can. And I started saying yes to my authenticity. I started saying, yes, I want to eat what I want. Yes, I want to lose weight, but I want to enjoy my meals. So I no longer looked at those foods as a treat. I looked at them as I'm fueling my body, but I want to have a variety of foods. Because I mean, there was a time, no joke, anyone who knows me, I was a strict fitness boot camp, spin cycling, run 5K, crazy person who was like, no, I only eat peas, a big bowl of peas, some steamed veggies, and a big ass salad. That's what I was eating for the longest time. And I got so bored with it. So anyways, that's what I do now. I don't deprive myself of anything. I don't count calories, but you'll learn that in the video training, what I actually do. So drop me a line below at any point if you want that video training that will progress you quicker. Okay. So another thing I stopped doing and I noticed was stop drinking with my meals. Okay. Because when you drink with your meals, let's say you're drinking water and you just had, I don't know, maybe pizza, maybe calzone. Oh, I miss calzone. I have to make that. I'm gonna make a vegan recipe of that. And what else? And let's say you drank a smoothie and then you had like French fries and you're drinking water. And I see people, you're drinking water or you're drinking soda with it. Okay. These foods have different digestion times. So if you're drinking water, which digests like less than 30 minutes, and then you're eating this heavy stuff, this is why people feel full. And I always say there's no such thing as feeling full. You feel inflamed because your body is you're now bloated. And I'm going to do a separate video on that. So stay tuned for that because that's coming up next week about bloat and inflammation. So you're feeling bloated, you're feeling inflamed. That's the full feeling, okay? And it's because you're having a traffic jam in your body. So again, what's happening is your body, you're messing with your gastrointestinal tract and your digestive system, the times that your body digests foods, okay, when you eat certain things together. Now, you can eat fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds together. That's fine. But the minute you start mixing your drink with your meals, it slows down the digestive process. Your body ends up storing things. Okay, so that's why you feel full. You really feel inflamed. It's not fullness, it's inflammation. Which brings you to my last tip. Like I said, drop me a line below if you want that free video training on how you can lose weight. It's such a fun training, insightful training. You will push through those plateaus, get rid of those excess pounds, and get rid of that mindset that says, I cannot lose 30 pounds. I can't lose 60. I can't lose 90. I can't lose 120. You can take this method that I'm giving you and transfer it into losing all those pounds. Okay. So it's not drinking with your meals, cutting out, what did I say? Oh, creating those micro goals, saying you want to lose 3 to 5 pounds and doing it in a way where you're cutting out, which is my last point, oils. Oils are another thing that I noticed allowed me to not feel inflamed. Inflammation. When people are overweight, that's another way of saying inflammation. You could even be skinny, but be overweight. You could be 15 pounds overweight. You could not have muscle, or, there's so much stuff that comes into play when it comes to losing weight. You can look, skinny on the surface, but not, be healthy and not be, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. It wasn't meant for me to say it. So anyway, cutting out oils. I cut out safflower, sunflower, coconut oil, olive oil out of my diet. Why? Because there's no nutritional value. And especially when you cook with it, it strips the nutrients. It strips the vitamins, the minerals, all the nutrients that you need. And it also exasperates cancer. All of us have cancerous cells. And when we eat stuff that contribute to that, that's how it develops. Okay. It's not giving your cells the antioxidants that they need to get rid of, toxins, to regenerate your cells. We're made up of trillions of cells. So you want to eat stuff high in antioxidants, high in water content. Okay. So those are my 3 tips. Drop me a line below if you want my free video training and the formula that you can take that will allow you to lose the first 5 pounds, and then your first 30, your 60, your 90 effortlessly. Well, you do have to, somehow change your way of eating, like versus maybe not having, the deep river chips, or the, whatever chips they have, Cape Cod chips, maybe making your own sweet potato chips without the oils. You see what I'm saying? So you can still have those foods, but just making them healthier. So at any point, drop me a line below. If you want that free video training, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to lose even more than 5 pounds, how to get rid of those plateaus. If you have any questions, always feel free to drop them in the live and I'll go back to it, respond to it, and comment. I hope this video was helpful. So I'm going to just recap: cutting out oils, making sure you're not drinking with your meals. Obviously, I always say eating a plant-based, nutrient-rich diet where you cut out the sugars, the oils, the processed foods, and learning how to make those. Oh, and I didn't forget about the candy apple recipe. And then creating those micro goals. Don't say, oh, I want to lose 30. Say this week, I want to lose 3 to 5 pounds. You can lose 3 to 5 pounds. A lot of my clients lose 6 to 7 pounds a week. One of my clients, she lost 13 pounds and she just really started with me. And she eats smoothies. She makes cabbage soups. She eats chili cheese soups. Yes, you can have chili cheese soup. She's practically a plant-based vegan now, and that's how she likes to eat. And she eats a lot of food during the day, and she loses weight, and she's so much happier, has so much energy. If you want that same result and even better results, then watch that free video training. Okay? Drop me a line below if you want it, and I will send it to you personally. But anyway, so I have 2 apples. Which one do I want to use though? Which one should I bit into? Can you see it? Okay. I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy candy apple recipe. So I'm hungry. What I do is I take a medjool date. I smashed this, okay? Get you some Granny Smith apples. And a lot of you are home. Maybe some of you don't have a lot of funds. Get a big bag of apples, okay? And a pack of medjool dates. They have medjool dates at Trader Joe's. They're not that expensive. Trust me. I've compared prices. Organic pitted medjool dates because you don't want to break your teeth, okay? Take the date, smash the shit out of the date, right? And then put it on the apple. This is like the quickest way to make candy apples, and just bite into it. Oh my God. Mmm. Mmm. I'm mukbanging on Facebook. This is so good. I'm eating another one. Again, for those of you who jumped on, take the medjool date, smash it, put it on top of the apple, bite into it. This is so good. So good. And there you have it. Oops. Sorry. And there you have it. Go make you some candy apples. You can also blend the medjool date with maybe a little bit of water, make a date paste, and then like drizzle it on top if you want it coated and covered. Or you can kind of boil it a little bit and then make it more hard candy, like whatever you want to do, go ahead. Or you can just be raw and free and throw that medjool date on there, smash the fuck out of it, and then just mukbang. See ya tomorrow.